And the first little accessory I want to talk about is this little tiny thing here. So this little thing here is a USB rechargeable fill light, and don't let its tiny size fool you. It definitely has a few tricks up its sleeve. Firstly, when we turn the light on, we have 3 different color temperatures to choose from. And then each color temperature also has 3 different settings of brightness, so we can turn it up and down and really dial in what kind of light you want. But that's not all. The bottom of this tiny light is actually magnetic, so you can stick it to a whole bunch of stuff. And what's really clever about this as well is that PGY-TECH shipped this with a few of these tiny magnetic strips with a sticky back to them. So you can stick these on wherever you need and then have a fill light where you need it. So I've gone and stuck one of those little magnetic strips on the side of my DJI Osmo here, which means I can just place the fill light right on the side there and it clips perfectly into place and it's nice and stable. Then I can flip open the screen, turn on the light, and it's a perfect little combination for when I want to vlog first thing in the morning before the sun's come up on my photography blogs. It's a super useful little light, and I can stick that to my car. I can stick it all over the place and just get that extra bit of light as and when I need it. In all honesty, it's almost as if DJI made this thing themselves. It's the perfect little companion to a DJI Osmo. It even fits beautifully into this spare little pocket in my DJI Osmo bag. So I just pop that in there, keep it in there all the time, and whenever I need it, it's good to go. It's a brilliant little thing, and I think it costs like $23 US, so why the hell not? So this little thing here has become one of my favorite go-to accessories. It has made filming these videos so much easier. It's from K&F Concept. I suppose would you call this like a monopod? It's really those sort of things that people use to hold their phones for selfies or for group shots when they're out and about, but it's lightweight and I can use it for my DJI Osmo and get loads of different angles really, really easily. So yeah, like I said, it makes filming these videos a lot easier and I don't have to bring a second tripod with me. It comes with this sort of lock collar on the top here, which you just undo, and then you can split these legs apart into sort of a tripod bottom. So you split them apart like that, open them up, tighten it up, and then it just extends. And the beauty of this as well is it's not like a clip lock or a twist lock. You just push it in and push it out to get the height you want. So you can kind of put it on the ground like this and then be like, oh, I need it a little bit lower, just push it down. I need it a bit taller, pull it up. Super easy, super, super fast. Has a little ball head on the top as well, so I can get the angle a little bit as well. But the beauty of using this with the DJI Osmo is the DJI Osmo gimbal levels itself out anyway, so I don't really need to worry about that. And the beauty of it as well is that on the top here, we have either a phone holder, we can kind of pull this out and fold that up, and then you've got a little place to hold your phone if you're doing Instagrammy stuff. I don't really do a lot of that in all honesty. But the best thing is we have a 1/4 inch screw mount. So with the DJI Osmo, I put on the 1/4 inch kind of adapter on the end. And it's really nice because it's not an Arca Swiss plate, right? I don't have to keep something on the bottom of the Osmo all the time. I can just pop it on and then screw it on really quickly using this little wheel. And then I've got my DJI Osmo on a sort of monopod or tripod or whatever you want to call it. And then I can just slide it up and down to the height I want. Should probably also mention that it did come with a little Bluetooth remote that used to sit just here on one of the legs. But I lost that immediately, if I'm honest with you. But I don't really need it. Super easy just to set it up, press the record button on the Osmo, take a step back, and then record away. It makes my life a hell of a lot easier when filming these videos. So next up is these 3 little guys, also from PGY-TECH. But these have also become invaluable when filming in the outdoors and filming those photography YouTube videos. So the first of the 3 is this suction cup mount, perfect for sticking to glass or, like here, the inside of a car windscreen. On the bottom here, we have this big rubber suction cup, and all you have to do is push that against the glass and then push this little lever down, and you end up with a really solid hold actually. And then as with all of these arms, I just give this a little 1/4 twist, and then I can move this around in the ball joints and really position this in any direction that I want to. And then to take it off, I just undo this little lever, pull this little tab here, and then it comes off super easily as well. So this has probably been the most useful one so far. I use it to film in the car, I use it to film out the windscreen or film out through the side windows as well. It's perfect to attach my DJI Osmo to the end, and I can even put in that little fill light, and then I end up with almost like a little mini in-car studio. Super useful. So the second mount here is a magnetic mount. So pretty self-explanatory. It sticks to things that are metal. It's perfect to pop on the side of the car or onto anything else that's magnetic. And I find this one to be super useful as well. I use it pretty often. I'm often filming next to my car and filming dialogue to camera. So with this, I can just pop it on the side of the car or up on the roof, get the angle that I'm after without too much trouble, and it's super easy to use. And it does have a pretty solid hold, and not that I've tried it yet, but I think I probably would trust it with an Osmo or a GoPro on there whilst I was driving along on a not super bumpy road. I think it would hold on pretty well. But if you try that and it fails, that's not my fault, but I think you could definitely do it. But again, another super useful little mount. And then the third one is a handlebar mount. So pretty straightforward again. We have a big clamp here, fits pretty much any bars. It even comes with an adapter that you can put in if they're smaller. But you just pop that round, pop it over, do that up nice and tight, and then I can film whilst I'm on my bike or try and get some pretty unique perspectives. And the way these little mounts work is using almost like a mini Arca Swiss plate sort of a setup. You've got these little discs here with a 1/4 inch screw thread in, and then these slide in and out of the mounts. So they just slide in like that. And then there's a little lock feature on the side here, so you can lock it and then it can't slide back out. You unlock it, push the button in, and then you can pull it out. And they also come with a GoPro version, so they're sort of like a GoPro mount that you can then slide into the top too. You can leave that on the bottom of your GoPro and have a quick release on and off of that. So that's pretty cool. What I've ended up doing with this is permanently screwing one of those on to the bottom of the 1/4 thread screw adapter for the DJI Osmo. So this is a little adapter you pop on the bottom to add it to a tripod. But I'm just going to leave that one on the bottom there because I've got 2 of these, and that means I can leave it in the mount, and then I essentially have a quick release DJI Osmo mount whenever I need it, so I can leave one in the car and just clip it on and off whenever I want to film. Super, super useful. And to be honest with you, these things aren't particularly expensive. I was really impressed actually. I can't remember exactly how much they are, but you should definitely check them out because they are incredibly useful and really good value. So my next accessory are these, a pair of heated gloves. And now that might not seem like a particularly obvious one when it comes to photography or videography in the outdoors, but these can make a huge difference to your photography at a very reasonable price point. Obviously, a set of gloves like these are a lot cheaper than, say, a new lens or even a packet of filters. But what it does mean is you can spend longer outside taking more pictures and not have to go home because you can't feel your fingers. And these guys have some really nice little features. Firstly, these gloves have a removable battery pack. This is USB-C rechargeable, has a little USB-C port on the side there, and then you can just plug it into your glove via the same port. You plug that in and then pop it into the glove, and then your glove starts warming up. And then on the outside of the glove, we have this button. You hold it down to turn it on, and then you've got 3 levels of warmth to choose from. There are also the other things you'd expect on gloves as well, like a little glove keeper to put around your wrist to stop it falling off. And then we've got drawstrings on the bottom and on the mid here just to keep it on your hands and stop any sort of snow getting inside. And on the top, we also have a little zip pocket if you need to keep anything in there, or you could add an extra hot pocket to keep your hands even warmer. But that is not the end of it. With these gloves, when you slip them on, they're obviously a big mitt, right? The big mitt is going to keep your hand super, super warm, but it's not particularly practical for photography. But the great thing about these gloves is I can fold off the top here and it becomes a normal glove. That's magnetic and snaps back and stays out of the way. And again, maybe this is a bit too cumbersome to use, or maybe you need to use a touch screen. But here we have, again, another fold back on both the fingers at the top here. We can fold that back, magnetize it back, and then I've got access via here and via my thumb to use a touch screen. So the tips of my fingers might get a little bit cold, but I can quickly fold those back, cover it all up, put my mitt back on. So in between shooting, I'm getting a nice warm heated mitt, and then I can get my fingers out when I need to. These things are a bit of a godsend, especially here in the Canadian Rockies. It's about 0 degrees today, but it gets down to -20, -30. And with this, it means I don't have to go home. I can carry on shooting and get more images. Now, this last one might not be as exciting or as unusual as some of the others, but a really good set of magnetic neutral density filters has become a key part of my photography kit. And the key part of that is the fact that they're magnetic. Now, you've probably seen me use these magnetic filters in many a video, quickly popping them on and taking them off my lens to shoot longer exposures, or use the circular polarizer that's in this set as well. And because they're so quick and easy to use, I use them a lot more often. And one bit of advice you'll often hear if you're shooting video is to buy some kind of variable neutral density filter. The idea of one of those is you can lock off your shutter speed and your aperture and your ISO, and then control the amount of light let into the lens via the variable neutral density filter. Now, I do own some of these, and in fact right now I still own a very expensive one, but I think these are easier, simpler and better, if I'm honest. Variable neutral density filters can often vignette more, they can often color cast more, and to get a good one you have to spend a lot of money. So a set like this is much better value and has 5 or 6 different filters inside the pack, and it means I can just pop them on and off rather than adjusting. So realistically, when I'm filming video, I have a bit of leeway, right? The shutter speed is really the one thing I want to keep the same. I can change my aperture up and down 1/3 of a stop just as I need to. Like, it's very rare that I've really got my heart set on a certain aperture. If f5 works, f5.6 can also work too. And even with the ISO, right, I can trust my camera enough, I don't have to have it on ISO 100. It can go up and down depending on how much light needs to be let into the camera. So I have that little bit of adjustment via the camera. So if it's a bright day, I can just pop a 3-stop neutral density on or a 6-stop and just pop that on the lens. I know all day that I'm gonna get the shots that I need, how I need them to be, or as close to possible as I need them to be, without risking having that nasty vignetting or that color cast you're more likely to get off of a variable neutral density filter. So if you haven't already got some, I would highly recommend picking up specifically some magnetic neutral density filters. So there you have it, those are my top accessories for outdoor photography and YouTube. It isn't always about getting the fanciest camera or the newest lenses. Sometimes it's the small things that make a huge difference and allow you to take more images or be more productive and just make your life a little bit easier. If you do have any other suggestions or any other accessories that have made your life easier, I'd love to hear what they are. So do feel free to leave those in the comments below, and hopefully I'll see you on the next video.